So, post-election, what we need to do, we have to reform the very basis on which we have conversations. We have to take a good look in the mirror and realize the futility of tribalism as a paradigm for how we deal with our differences. And this tribalism, this paradigm for the left and the right has fundamentally failed us. Identity politics has failed us. The means by which people try to resonate their messages and turn away the very people they should be talking to and connecting with, whether you're talking about social justice activists on the left or moral justice warriors on the right. Both sides need a new paradigm for having conversations and humanizing people they disagree with. And if we don't admit to ourselves that we have to move on to a better way of doing it and admit that science and free thinking and compassion are categorically better than tribalism and identity politics and ideology. If we are unable to admit that, we are going to cede to the worst on both sides, and this country will be a swampland of echo chamber reciprocity between the biggest forms of douchebaggery on the far left and the far right. We can choose to build a new center. We can choose to engage with people we disagree with and better resonate our messages. And to do that, the left and the right will both have to rewrite sizable parts of their activist playbooks. Movements like Occupy, Black Lives Matter, and university student activism will have to seriously rewrite parts of its playbook and how it engages people it disagrees with. Overusing the term white supremacist and labeling people you don't agree with as bigots and racists rather than engaging them as the very people you need to talk to. And instead of turning away the people that you should be connecting with, find ways to resonate with them, find ways to have open-minded conversations and compassionate discussions so that people can better humanize the marginalized communities that the left is trying to fight for. At the same time, the left needs to stop dismissing poor whites and many working class whites across the country and dismissing them and devaluing their suffering, their fear, and their pain, and their hopes and aspirations through this vicious lens of rigid identity politics. We have to start expanding our sphere of compassion and discourse. And people on the right absolutely need to start connecting with more people, with more groups that they have not been connecting with, marginalized communities, marginalized groups, and talk to more people in black neighborhoods, talk to more people within these different communities, and discover what you share in common. You'd be surprised to see the common moral terrain